Assalomu alaykum hurmatli talabalar. Bugun sizlar bilan O'zbekiston Milliy universiteti Horижий filologiya fakulteti Ingliz filologiyasi kafedrasi o'qituvchisi Fayzиева Н.Н qizi. Bugungi amaliy mashg'ulotimizning mavzusi How to write opinion essay. Bugungi amaliy mashg'ulotimiz asosan ikkinchi bosqich talabalari uchun mo'ljallangan bo'lib, ularning asosiy o'rganilayotgan chet tili yozish amaliyotining bir amaliy mashg'uloti hisoblanadi va bugungi amaliy mashg'ulotimiz ingliz tilida olib boriladi. Okay, today we will discuss with you what is opinion essay, the structure of the opinion essay, some tips and examples. An opinion essay is a formal piece of essay writing which presents the author's point of view on a particular subject, supported by reasons and examples. The opposing viewpoint is also suggested. It goes with arguments that show that it is unconvincing. A successful opinion essay consists of, firstly, an introduction, where the topic and the author's opinion is stated clearly. Then, a main body, where viewpoints supported by reasons are presented in several paragraphs. This section has also the opposing viewpoint, which is proved to be unconvincing. And of course, a conclusion, where the main point of the essay are summarized and the author's opinion is restated in other words. And there are given some useful tips for you how to write opinion essay. Firstly, you should decide your opinion as far as the topic discussed. Make a list of viewpoints and reasons supporting your point of view. Write well-developed paragraphs. Use linking words and phrases to join the sentences and the paragraphs within the text. And you should start each paragraph with the topic sentence. Apply the following techniques to start and finish your opinion essay. Address to the reader directly. Start with a quotation. Start with a thought-provoking or rhetorical question. Refer to some striking or unusual fact, idea, or situation. And there are given useful expression to give your opinion. And basic tools in writing an opinion essay. You should write in a formal style. You should introduce the topic clearly. You should state clear topic sentences. You should use generalizations. You should use quotations. And basic don'ts in writing an opinion essay. Don't use colloquial expressions. Don't use short forms. Don't use emotive vocabulary. Don't use overgeneralizations. Don't use statistics without proper referencing. And don't give personal example. As a given example for you how to write introduction, main body, and conclusion. Step 1. Underline keywords in the task. Some people believe that modern teenagers are really awful. However, modern teenagers think that they are criticized for no reason. What's your opinion? Do you agree that teens are really so bad? Zora, underline the word believe, really awful, criticized for no reason is the main topic for us today. And step 2. Remember about the plan. In the first paragraph, you should state the problem. In the second paragraph, you should express your opinion and give reasons for it. And third paragraph, you should give arguments for the opposite point of view and explain why you disagree with them. And last paragraph, you should draw a conclusion. Step 3. Write the introduction. Try to paraphrase topic statement using synonyms and different grammar structures. Remember that the purpose of the introduction is to attract the reader's attention and to give your opinion on the topic. Remember to express background information in the introduction. So, a given language for introduction. Example of introduction. According to the older generation, teenagers are lazy. They wear ridiculous clothes and they are appallingly rude to their equals and elders. However, are they really much worse than they used to be 100 years ago? It seems to me quite the opposite of the truth. The body of the essay. Step 1. You should brainstorm the ideas. Today we will divide the adjectives into two types: positive adjectives and phrases to describe teenagers, and negative adjectives and phrases to describe teenagers. Step 2. Think of 2 or 3 arguments to support your opinion. For example, teenagers are purposeful and highly motivated. It is our opinion, and we should give some argument for it. For example, most of them aim at entering university and study hard in order to fulfill this task. Or they achieve great things in sport. It is opinion. They are more ambitious than they used to be in the past. It is argument. They do household chores to help their parents. It is our opinion. And their parents abuse following their career path and have no energy for keeping their home. It's our argument. And there are given phrases to introduce your personal opinion. And linking words to introduce arguments. Firstly, secondly, moreover, furthermore, in addition, besides, and etc. Example of second paragraph. Personally, I am convinced that teenagers are misjudged. To begin with, most of them are purposeful and highly motivated. The great majority of the school leavers today enter the universities. They also achieve great things in sport and seem to be more ambitious than they used to be in the past. Besides, lots of teens do household chores as their parents are busy following their career paths and have no energy to fulfill their duties. Step 5. Opposite views and counter-arguments. There are given opponent arguments and counter-arguments. For example, teenagers are criticized for having bad habits like taking drugs and alcohol. They are aware of the consequences of such bad habits, and very few of them become addicted to drugs and alcohol. So a given transition between paragraphs. Example of third paragraph. However, teenagers are often criticized for having bad habits like taking drugs and alcohol. In my opinion, most teenagers are aware of the consequences of such bad habits, and very few of them get addicted to drugs and alcohol. Some people claim that teenagers are cruel, aggressive, and disobedient. I feel strongly that it's not fair as not everyone gets involved in fights or tends to commit a crime. Conclusion. Step 1. Think about the language. Step 2. Rephrase your opinion. Example for conclusion. To sum up, I believe that teenagers are not as bad as they are thought to be. The main reason for such unfair attitudes to teenagers is misunderstanding between adults and young people. Very often adults disapprove of their fashion, music, and habits. Of course, not all teenagers are ideal, but they are not worse than their parents. Proofreading. When you complete your essay, evaluate different aspects to make sure that your work is just excellent. Firstly, grammar. Make sure you use the same tense throughout the essay. Vocabulary. Check whether you use linking words and avoid slang. And spelling and capitalization. Check if all the words are written correctly. Done right. Your opinion essay will be an outstanding piece of writing. Follow the tips above and take your essay writing to the new heights. If you need some extra tasks about opinion essay, you can easily enter this site and you can do these exercises. It is the end of my lesson. Thank you for your attention. E'tiboringiz uchun rahmat.